We're going everywhere.
Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
All right, guys, you got to help little Caz out because she can't post again. She's in trouble. How are you guys? Start of another week. What a big week it should be. This is the start of our Slow the Beast, guys. As from tomorrow, 1 p.m. Remembrance Day before that. And, yeah, really looking forward to going up to Sydney and, getting, listening to what they've got up there. And then, obviously, anyone else who comes up, we're going to get together and have a bit of a chat. So there's a bit of stuff going on, but we'll leave that to the show. I just think I'll bring Frank on first straight away. And me and Frank have got a couple of things to talk to you about tomorrow. G'day, Frank. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, bro. How are you, mate?
Yeah, that being that, we are very popular on this channel, people. And, you people are watched. If you want to thank me for that, I totally accept. It's just another medal on the sunken chest, I suppose. But anyway, what we've had today, guys, is I've been rung by the actual public riot squad, the public order and riot squad, and Frank's been contacted by the Sydney Police Station. Same people, just different, And anyway, they've asked us about what we're doing tomorrow, and we just like to come on tonight, guys, because I've done a TikTok and it's gone out a little bit out there, so it's got around, and that's what they said to me. Oh, it looks like you're organising something. Well, no, what we're doing is we want to meet with some fellow like-minded people as yourselves, anyone that can get to Sydney, because we feel that the spirit of the Anzacs is also being depleted, and it's Remembrance Day, and that's why we should be there. So I've told them straight up that I'm going as an individual to partake in their festivities, or their honouring of our fallen, and that's what I'll be doing. Now, if there's other people there because of my TikTok, well, they're quite happy to join in. I'm sure everything will be fine. So we just want to come on here tonight, and Frank can talk also, and just reiterate, guys, we are going there, right? There's one at Marketplace, that's the main one, and there's one at the museum at Hyde Park where we were, heading to. So I've rung and I've rung the actual museum up there today and asked him if I could maybe get in and have a chat and tell a poem, guys. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I can't get in. They've got the speakers list and that done. So we'll turn up there and we will do exactly what we would normally do on any other Anzac or Day of Respect, guys. We will be respectful. Okay. I'll be, I'll be wearing Pop's medals and I got a story to tell. If I get to tell that story, that's great. If we don't, we'll just do it in, you'll have a chat, guys, in a little group. But Frank, what would you like to say, Frank? And what was your story to the police? Mine was more or less, I'm heading up there. Not that I'm trying to tell them a story, but the truth is I'm heading up there to be part of the crowd. They actually enlightened me that there was something already organised there, which then got me to actually ring the museum to find out what, where and how. And let's go and be a part of it, guys. And then after that, so it's, there's no jeering anyone. There's no anything. I don't care who's there. This is about the respect of our forefathers, okay? So, I don't have to tell you, but we'll be on our best behaviour. As what? Always. We always are, guys. Come in, Frank.
Yeah, man. Look, I totally agree, Dave. And, I think tomorrow is all about being stoic, for our fallen fathers that have gone before us, But, there's no question that we're definitely, and I made it really, really clear when I spoke to the senior constable today that, this is a national movement, right? This is not an individual thing. It's not a group thing, right? We've made a national call out for every Australian to pretty much unplug themselves from the corporate system. And how they go about that is entirely up to them, right? But one thing for certain is, we're going to stand there today. We're going to actually bring our first footprint. So imagine ourselves literally, going over our own trench for the first time ever. And that's how it's going to feel tomorrow. We're actually going to step on over our own trench that we've actually been bewildered to, right? But that doesn't mean we're going to disturb those ceremonies, right? That's not our gig, and I would never do that. And actually, I said to the constable, I said, look, more importantly, I'm actually I want those days to be really upheld and remembered for always, you know what I mean? And importantly to that is that they've tried so heavily in the years to try and water it down, but I'm actually trying to bring it back so that it is highly respected. I mean, Dave, you and I remember when we were kids, mate, Anzac Day, mate, everything was shut. Everything.
Wasn't a thing open, mate. Not the corner store, not anything. Nothing. Yeah.
And so in a fundamental way, we're doing exactly the same thing. Our call out is literally that, but we're doing it for 11 days. Now, that's probably hopefully to get people into new habits of breaking away from the general system. And as I said previously, 1 day is good, 2 days is great, 3 days is fantastic, right? If you can go the whole week, even better, right? But we've got to start getting in ourselves into these new habits in order to let them know that, guess what, we're done with the belligerency of this government, right? We know it's a foreign entity. We know it's a foreign corporation. I mean, and we're not even going to go into those details tomorrow because we understand all that.
Yep.
Again, this is our way of actually finally stepping out of the trenches to be counted, right? And, we're going to have the Australian public who are now looking for an out. People are looking for an out, Dave. And we know that we're going to be that bridge that crosses, people along. And so that's exactly what tomorrow is really all about. Number one is to pay respects. Now, if people want to head down to the governors, I've already made it really, really clear. I put it out there. I spoke to the constable about it. Look, common sense should prevail. Now, at the end of the day, the CEO of the grounds, and we know we're well within our rights, you know what I mean? But we don't want to get into the argy-bargy, but common sense should prevail. If people want to stand on the lawns of Margaret Beasley because they've had enough of their Governor General, then they've got every right to be able to express that, and nothing should be able to stop that. Now, for whatever reasons, if that doesn't prevail, there's always going to be a plan B where we'll still get our opportunity to speak and say what we've got to do. We can stand out front of Parliament House or whatever. I don't know. Tomorrow is going to be pretty much organic in retrospect. Because, like I said, we're not organisers. We're just We're
I'm going up there to honour my granddad.
Exactly, brother. That's exactly right. And so first and foremost is that we're going to be stoic. We're going to stand with our heads held high because And it's time. It's time for Australia to actually regain our identity to who we really are, right? And tomorrow could be the perfect stepping stone for that to actually happen, where we finally, let's not be caved into the trenches. That's what they want us to do. They want to barricade us in the trenches, but no, we're going to step out of the trenches for the first time ever tomorrow. And we will be doing it peacefully, no matter what.
Well, they've put this together out. So this is the outline of what you're supposed to do. Is this 11/11 mass action. So it's no Coles, Woolworths, Aldi, Big W, Kmart, Bunnings or BlackRock-owned corporations. Cash only, farmers, co-ops, small businesses, face-to-face trade. Delete your apps. Uber Eats, Menulog, DoorDash. No card tapping under any circumstances. So just cook at home.
Yep.
Yeah. And I expect to see a bundle of people next Friday morning at the markets, trying to push me over and get in the queue that's already 40 yards long every morning when you go up there on a Friday. But because Mel said to me the other day, well, what do we do about, Rita's Farm? And he said, I said, well, it looks like of a Friday, I'm going to have to go up to the mall in Wollongong here with some bags and actually buy our milk, because I saw that being up there, I got a papaya and that the other day up there Friday. And they got the milk that we buy, the cold pressed milk and everything. So we're going to have to change our habits. I'm going to have to go up on Friday and actually do the grocery shop with cash at Rita's Farm in the mall at their little outlet, because we won't be able to get on the net maybe. So if we can't get on the net, that's what we're going to have to do, guys. So we're all going to have to make adjustments. But do you want to make adjustments now? Yeah. Or do you want to wait until there is no adjustments to be made because you're under lock and key with a digital ID and you fucking can't eat any steak tonight or next week or the week after because you had a barbecue last week and you didn't tell anyone? You used gas and, you hurt the environment.
And could I add to that, Dave? If any farmers out there who are listening to the show, right, it's time that you guys need to decentralize yourself from the corporation as well and go direct. And guess what? You're going to get far more yield than you're getting right now from those corporations at the moment, right? You know what? I don't mind eating a bit of fruit that's not in perfect form. I don't mind if it's fallen onto the ground. I don't really give a rat's bum as long as it tastes good. You know what I mean? So any farmers out there who want to get a good yield for their crop, whatever it might be, mate, it's time. It's time to sort of create a big farmers market, I tell you now, a massive one.
Actually, worm in it. Why do you think the worm's in it? Because it was the best bit of fruit to start with.
That's exactly right.
Well, the thing is that we have some of our people have offered us some, given us some feedback on it. Here's Rocco. He's going without food.
Rocco Vardy getting prepared for the 1 week strike starting tomorrow on the 11th. And guess what, guys? My last rights meal is going to be prawns, followed by strictly canned foods for the lockdown, voluntary lockdown that I'm going to be putting myself in. You wouldn't believe it. Just not meters from my location, it is an invitation to Albo to cut the ribbon for new amenities that have just been built meters away from my location. And I'm going on a strike. I'm radical. I'm going to make sure that if anyone wants to volunteer to lock me down here, they're most welcome to. But I'm locking myself down so I don't spend my cash. I don't use my credit card. I don't work. I have to report 3 times a day on social media. The contract was signed. Everyone saw it in my previous video about more than a week ago. But the country that I'm trying to get back, apparently his elbows haven't had an invitation to cut the ribbon just meters away from I'm located. Anyway, I might have to just buy myself a one-way ticket out of Sydney on Friday when it ends. But then again, on Friday, I'll be at the Supreme Court. I'll be supporting Rod Cullerton and Dr. Beverly Pearce. So if there's a circus here, I won't be part of it. Anyway, sending tremendous love. Ciao.
Hey, Rock.
Good old Albo, eh?
Now,
shame on them, Rocco. Shame on them, mate.
Also, I've been made aware of a 15-year-old boy who is in the Supreme Court tomorrow suing them over the digital ID.
Brilliant.
So now his argument is that his whole life is he's been on social media. His whole life he's never known a day without social media. So, which is really very interesting. So, his name is Noah. So, so shout out to you, Noah, and we'd like to have you on the show. And good on you.
Yeah, guys, we're all gonna have to make a stand. All right, this is coming to crunch time. I'm loving this. You know, am I prepared? Yeah, I am prepared. All right, we've been prepared for a while because we know what was coming. Okay, and look, look, this is going to wake up a lot of people. It really is. You know what I mean? And it's just going to start and spread through the grapevine, guys. All right,
because things are already starting to happen. Like we have this about the digital ID. Listen to this.
Under 16's social media rules. It's just been announced, and they're really unexpected. First of all, they're not checking everyone's age now. They're just going to do random spot checks because they said checking everyone's age seems unreasonable when the platforms already have so much data about our age. Plus, under 16s can now use social media as long as it's someone else's account and a shared device. So if mum's Instagram is open on the family iPad, they can use it. This feels like a big backflip, doesn't it? And here's why it's occurred. Because there's been so much pushback by parents and experts, including myself, that the restrictions in their current form just didn't work. There were too many ways to work around it, like hello VPNs. Plus, similar kinds of restrictions have recently been brought into the UK and other parts of the world, and they just aren't working very well. So under 16s still won't be able to open a brand new social media account as of December the 10th, but they can still use it. I think this change in direction also shows how difficult it is to introduce these blanket kinds of restrictions on social media or technology, which is in this constant state of innovation, and we as users are also in a constant state of innovation in our uses of these devices.
You know what I think's happened? I think the fact that none of the social media companies showed up when they had the parliamentary thing, basically, I think that that's basically a big bird to them, and they're panicking and they're going, oh, hang on a minute, how are we going to make them do it? You know, how are we going to force them? They've got Telegram. They've got Telegram issued them a huge fine, and
Well, we've, you know, like the problem here is, guys, is that, you know, I was seeing another clip and a guy was talking. He said, man, they'll know whether a kid's on the net using it because of the content that they're looking at. And that's quite correct. Okay. So what they're saying is it doesn't matter about the age. They'll be able to work it out because a kid's not going to go on and look at what we look at. A kid's going to go on, an 8-year-old kid, and is going to look at what 8-year-old kids freaking look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that's exactly right.
Here's my problem. They can do that. Well, if they can do that, why can't they have them parameters already set so that the children can use it? And as soon as they go to a bad site or some pedo or whatever else approaches them, bang, 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 flash and light, boom, and they come in on it. Yeah. You know, if we've got the technology to do -6, we've got the technology to do +6 and all in between. But why doesn't it get used that way? It doesn't, because it doesn't suit them, guys. This is all by design, guys. We need to stand up, man.
Yeah. Plus, Dave, it's the advertising revenue that most of these platforms will lose. You know, like, you know, so, you know, it all comes down to the hip pocket when it's all said and done, and who's their target audience, you know, when it's all said, you know, with most of these platforms anyway, really. So.
Well, the thing is that we are actually having so many wins at the moment. Like, the age of this champagne socialism seems to be gone because the president of Bolivia has just immediately got to work eliminating all socialist stuff from their government, and he says he wants capitalism. So you've also got Elon Musk, and Elon has basically come out and spilled all the beans on George Soros, and which is, you know, crazy because he's got all of the Doge stuff. So Soros basically what he does is he invests seeds money, then he can get his hands on your money, and he uses your money to fund his destruction of the United States.
Of your life, yeah.
Yeah. You've also got this coming out about Nancy Pelosi. So apparently she made 17,000% profit, higher than everybody, higher than even the Dow itself.
Hey, there's no insider trading there, is there? She's a very smart lady.
There was 17,000% on that newsread as well.
That's
You
it.
get rid of the
You've also-
zeros.
Now, with the EU, that's been problematic for everyone. Poland, Hungary, Slovakia have rejected the European Union, and they're not going to comply with these mandates of this mass migration that they're talking about.
Well, they're trying to pack them into Asia now, Caz. They're really pushing the Muslims down into Asia now. They're trying to flood out the Asian, So yeah, systematically, guys, they're just dropping into every. They got enough in Britain now. Seriously, they have got enough, mate. It's incredible, eh? So, they're just setting each place up, for what's coming, guys. What's coming?
Well, but the crazy part about it is that the wins, we are actually having wins because Germany's announced that they're going to send 1.3 million Syrian refugees back home. And then you've also got this. Now, this is brilliant. This is a landmark ruling. The right to criticise Islam protected under British law for the first time. That's not just Islam. It's just basically every other, that has demonstrated that free speech has won. Because remember, the people are getting arrested and jailed for social media posts.
Yeah, posting. Yeah,
it's outrageous, isn't it?
Or commenting or agreeing. And like I said, guys, if any of yous out there think that you're going to just slip around the back door, all right, and comply and not tell anyone about it, mate, they're going to come for you. They're going to come for you first. Okay, I'm telling you. All right, it's in their playbook. That's what they're going to do. So, now's the time to make your stand, guys.
Well, the thing about it is that we've pushed so hard, and this is our people to thank for this. This is starting to come out more and more in the narrative. It's insane. It's like we've said it for years, but it hasn't. We haven't been able to push past the barrier. But now it's becoming part of the vernacular.
Of a prime minister. There is no mention of a cabinet, and there is no mention in our constitution of a party. Yet these three entities run our country. The office of prime minister is absolutely illegitimate. Officers in the cabinet are illegitimate. They are not in our constitution, and yet we have them. And when you say, well, how come we operate like this if it's not in the constitution? And the answer is simple. Oh, it's convention, dear boys. And that's what we've always done. When did we always do it? You're a new country. This is 1901. You have a constitution that sets you independence like you're America, and you want to go and be a Westminster system again. And so they've just walked all over and ignored the constitution that we have. So the constitution that we signed up for is not the government we got.
Too true.
And it's broken, mate. It's got to be started all over again, mate. That's it. Yeah.
Certainly it does, man.
The thing about it is, though, is that there's more of it. It's in the narrative. It's becoming part of the narrative now. Everyone understands what the issue is. They're starting to see what the problem is. So, which is pretty awesome. Now, the mainstream media has also picked up on the fact that the polls are flipped. Have a listen to this.
A fresh news poll has dropped in The Australian this evening. It reveals almost 2/3 of Australians want fewer immigrants coming into the country. And when broken down by voting preference, almost 50% of Labor voters also think there should be fewer immigrants.
Everyone I talk to talks about the lack of housing, the lack of infrastructure, and we just keep dragging people into the country.
Yeah.
It's not only that, you're actually getting headlines like this. So Australia will become a nation of renters by 2035. And also this, homeowners, the homeowners basically, So, that's actually an incorrect heading. So my understanding is that what's happened is that the homeowners are excluded from the native title claim, but they make a treaty with the Aboriginals, and then the Aboriginals turn around and make a native title claim on the whole of Melbourne.
Yep. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's like they done to Mount Panorama. They let them in there to go and spread an elder's ashes, at Mount Panorama, and then 12 months later, they're trying to claim Mount Panorama as a sacred site and take the car racing away. Like, it's just unbelievable, mate. Like, wow. I'm just going to go and sail and find an island and, you know, put up my flag and just go, this is mine, you know, like.
Hey, Dave, they already took Kumadichi Oval from us, man.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah.
Well, the thing about freedom is it's freedom of movement, it's freedom of expression, and they're coming at us from all angles. It's the freedom to, it's laissez-faire, so that you can buy and sell as you like. They're just encroaching on every single aspect of our lives, and most of us, we just basically go along to get along. We don't really cause a lot of trouble. They're causing so much trouble that we're actually having to do this.
Oh, they're hanging themselves, Caz. They really are.
Look, and more is coming out. You know, we're seeing like, you know, people like, you know, we hate them, but I mean, Sky News and that, you know, they're coming out and they're putting stuff to the Australian people that you never thought, you know, would be actually getting put out there. You know what I mean? You know, the error by the ABC, you know, and now Sky News is on that, you know, bagging out the ABC. They love having a dig at each other, you know, but what they got to understand is they're all kaput because you've been telling too much bullshit for too long and people are now working it out, you know, and we haven't even mentioned that golden friggin' idiot that happened to pass away today. You know, unfortunately, someone's lost their life, but guess what? Lawsy, you know, I don't envy where you're off to. So I'm not here to judge you, but I don't envy where you're headed.
No, I agree, Dave. I agree.
Yeah.
You know, well, the thing is too that those two resignations in the BBC, that's huge, you know. And also you've got this footage here of Starmer. Can't even walk down the street. Imagine that.
Yeah, I know. It's coming.
All right.
It's coming.
Look, we've got a lot of flyers, guys, so I've got to have to bring them in a bit early tonight. So this is what's on this week, this weekend, and the next couple of weeks. And the Mondays at Maggie's crew is calling for tools down. It's time to stand together. A corrupt and tyrannical government is crushing industries, stripping freedoms and silencing voices. This affects every worker and every business. New South Wales under a corrupt government, and enough is enough. We won't stay silent and we demand action. So join us every Monday at the Governor's House in Sydney at 11 a.m. There is also a court call-out for court support for New South Wales Police versus Rocco at the JMT District Court, Sydney. Read driver's licence disqualification. This is on the 1st of December 2025. And there's a court call-out for court support for New South Wales Police versus Michael Schultz at Penrith Court on the 24th of the 11th of the 25. Re a traffic matter. And there is a court call-out for court support in Tamworth Council versus Rocco at the JMT Local Court in Sydney on the 4th of the 12th of the 25th, and that is for rate arrears. And there is a court call-out on Friday the 14th of November at 9 a.m. at New South Wales Supreme Court. Dr Beverly Pearce and Rod Cullerton are suing High Court Registrar Anna Bennett for perverting the course of justice and blocking access to the High Court. And Mullumbimby in New South Wales will be holding an 8:32 muster from Friday the 21st to Monday the 24th of November. Book a campsite at Mullumbimby Showground. And on Saturday the 22nd of November, there is an Abolish Abortion Australia conference. This will be featuring T. Russell Hunter, founder of Abolitionists Rising. The tickets are $27.78 and it is on Saturday the 22nd of November, 11:30am to 4:30pm, 12 Belvedere Street, Surrey Hills. Every Saturday in Melbourne at 10am, there is an instructing of the Governor at the Governor Gates. And in Melbourne, Justice for the People would like to remind everyone that they gather every Sunday at 4:30pm at the Shrine of Remembrance. And the Worldwide Rally for Freedom will be hosting Save Australia, Albo Must Go, Stop Mass Immigration, Stop Government Corruption, Saturday the 15th of November, 12pm, Parliament House, Melbourne. And there will be a mass non-compliance date against the digital ID, starting on the 11th of November for 11 days, on the 11th day of the 11th month, cash only or pre-plan, no online purchases and no purchases. And in Sydney on Remembrance Day, Tuesday the 11th of November. First of all, there will be a meeting at Hyde Park at 10 a.m, then a 11 a.m. Remembrance Day service. Then they will be calling on Governor Margaret Beazley to do her job and sack this government. And there will be a Remembrance Day gathering on Tuesday the 11th of November in Melbourne. First of all, 11 a.m, Shrine of Remembrance on St Kilda Road. Then they're going to march to Governor House and ask for Governor Margaret Gardner to do her job and sack this government, lest we forget. And in Adelaide on the 11th of November, they will meet at the Adelaide National War Memorial at 10:30 a.m. Then they will walk to Parliament House. And in Canberra on the 11th of November at 10:30 a.m. they will meet at the Australian War Memorial. And in Brisbane on Remembrance Day, Tuesday the 11th, they will meet at 10:30 a.m. at Memorial Park, Brisbane. Then they will make their way to Government House to begin the 11-day strike. A stand in the park is having a mega stand on Sunday the 7th of December at Jackandanda Reserve Woodlands. Let's bring all the Western Australia stands together for an unforgettable event from 10 a.m. The Adamogo Freedom Campout is on again first weekend of December 2025. There's free camping, pub meals, and there's an open mic. There will be a protest for late-term abortion of healthy babies by Dr. Joanne Howe outside of the South Australian Parliament Northern Terrace on Wednesday the 12th of November, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And United Voice Australia are holding Australia Unites rally. Stop mass immigration now and address the cost of living. This is on the 23rd of November, 12 p.m, Rundle Park, Adelaide. And the Vaccine Injury Bus Tour will be happening again. November 10th, Wollongong. November 11th, Kiama. 12th, Nowra. 13th, Ulladulla. 14th, Narooma. 15th, Merimbula. 16th, Yass. 17th, Goulburn. And 18th, Bowral. Every day at 3 p.m. on X, there is a daily prayer space. Melissa, 146 239 23.
Plenty going on. Start of a big week, guys.
It's good to see. It's great.
Huge, isn't it? No, it's awesome. All right, so this is the lineup that we've got. What do you want to discuss? We've got Dr. Joanne Howe and Chris Minns. We've got Chris Minns. Let's go there. Have a listen.
Yeah, let's go, Minzy. He's a fake. He's a fake. Everything, Minzy.
I mean, I just want to make the point that it's likely the case that we need to give the police more legislative powers to stop this kind of naked hatred and racism on Sydney streets.
So you guys aren't allowed to peacefully protest, but they snuck in somehow under the government's nose, under the police's nose, and through a communication error, and basically they're clad in black, and now suddenly the legislation that was being turned over because the Bowral situation was a Bowral dual. Yeah, the dual caravan park. It's all fake. Yeah. And then it comes out that they're all fake. So there's a pushback on that legislation and now suddenly they appear and Menzies got to tighten up the power because, we can't possibly let anybody come on, give me a break. Okay, I don't care. Tell me you're an asset without telling me you're an asset. Like seriously.
They're all in their positions now, guys. They're all in their designated positions, mate, doing their designated job.
It's not the first time. It happens every time, especially in Victoria. I just came along and just happened to come across Jacinta Allen, and here she is doing a press conference. And come on.
It was so rehearsed this morning, man. I'll tell you now, completely rehearsed. I mean, what a setup, honestly.
And I know. It's just, but anyway, some people are buying into it. Let them buy into it. Yeah. Then you've got Joanne Howe. She's got gone on the attack on Chris Minns.
Weekly, Chris Minns celebrates Christianity. This is the same Chris Minns that rushed through a radical Greens abortion bill this year, banned prayer in New South Wales, and has actually allowed men to change their birth certificates because they identify as women. Chris Minns doesn't celebrate Christianity, he trashes Christianity. He goes after Christian leaders and Christian ideas directly. A child in utero is a human being and should not be killed, and to kill them is a grave evil. That God created them male and female. That prayer is something so fundamental to being a Christian. All of these things have been targeted by his government with him as Premier. And so for the Catholic Weekly to have that as a headline, I cannot understand. The only time that Chris Minns should be allowed to be in the Catholic Weekly is when he actually repents of what he's done, when he actually says, I'm sorry, I've done the wrong thing, I regret it, I'm sorry for it, I can see it's caused immeasurable harm, and I want to turn around. Of course, then we welcome him with open arms. But to have unsuspecting Catholics read this, to open the Catholic Weekly and to think, oh, Chris Minns, he's Catholic, he's like me, he's a good bloke, that's just deeply, deeply damaging. We need Catholic leaders and Catholic newspapers to actually show the truth.
Yep.
Good on you.
Yeah. I'm biting my tongue.
Well, look, the thing is, Christian, I know where you're going with it, but like the thing is that, you know, anybody that's standing up for Christian values at the moment, I'm behind them. We do have a lot of look. We've got a lot of wins though. I've got to bring these guys on. I love them at the moment. Australian Sons. They're putting up flags everywhere.
No, that's unreal.
That's
unreal.
It's great. Yeah, so they are always busy. And then you have this situation with the subpoenas. It's actually almost not even been visited, but the CIA subpoenas are happening.
Few minutes. Fox News Digital is now reporting a federal grand jury has subpoenaed former CIA Director John Brennan, former FBI officials Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, as well as others. It is part of the Justice Department's investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia probe. Sources say the trio were served with federal subpoenas today. Law enforcement sources also say up to 30 subpoenas.
That's huge.
That is absolutely, it's really interesting.
That's massive, actually.
But we're getting massive news, and the thing is, it's almost like it's just being covered over. You know, and another one that's being covered over, or people haven't actually, where is it? Where is it? Here. Hamas are willing to reveal the names of the Zionists that complied with them for October 7th.
A message that the Hamas released yesterday. The speaker of the Hamas, we are willing to reveal all the Zionists that cooperated with us on October 7 and helped us with this attack. We want in return 60 days of rest. The report of how many people from within government and command helped us to attack Israel, the land in Israel will shake like an earthquake.
Unreal.
It's almost completely covered up, and like that's going to be huge because the average Jew is just a normie, and when they discover that this has been going on and that actually the Palestinians, like, that is just huge. We're also getting this from T-Man. He's come out swinging against the terrorism.
They seek great futures to build, great national projects to join, and a place for their families to call home. But this untapped potential, this tremendous cause of optimism, is held at bay by bloodshed and terror. There can be no coexistence with this violence. There can be no tolerating it, no accepting it, no excusing it, and no ignoring it. Every time a terrorist murders an innocent person and falsely invokes the name of God, it should be an insult to every person of faith.
Wow. Huge. Now, also he's going after the insurance companies, but man, I'll tell you what, those Q drops, they're amazing. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
A public awake is their greatest fear. This is so big, and this is where we're now heading. Donald Trump put out a post yesterday on the insurance companies, money-sucking insurance companies. What they sucking? The life, because it is all about money. It's a mafia on its own. And now we have to start paying attention to Hollywood and understand that Hollywood have been showing us the truth. 2002, a film, John Q, Denzel Washington.
Blood pressure is dropping fast. He's going into cardiac arrest.
I don't understand. Mike's heart is useless. He's going to need a transplant or he's going to die.
Transplant surgery is very expensive.
We got insurance.
There are no provisions in your policy for a procedure of this magnitude.
All right, you want money? I'll get you your money. We've recently switched carriers.
We only give assistance to patients without coverage. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Have you tried Medicaid?
No, you don't qualify. My son is dying. I'm broke. If I don't qualify, who the hell does? I've done everything I can do. I'm sorry. Please.
They are releasing him. Now you need to do
I'll
something.
take care of it.
Hear me? Do something.
Insurance comes with that phrase, non-disclosure agreement, NDAs. And there's so much that has been silent, so many families that cannot speak because these people will go after you.
You know what I don't understand is why they never found it, the doctors.
Look, we'll leave that. The rest of that is available on the website. Go and see it because I just wanted to drop this one in. So every time we stand up around the world, we win. Now look at this. The Danish authorities are now letting farmers but that suffer from the bovier to stop giving it to them.
Good. Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, look, we know what's coming, guys. All right, this is on all the playbooks. All right, it's just a matter of when they bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right, we're being taken out by Dave. He's got a poem.
All right,
So
no, I'll do it tomorrow night, Caz. No, play your song because Remembrance Day is probably a better day to I've got a little thing here, guys. We'll do it tomorrow. But I've got a poem here, and these are extracts from my mate. His dad was a rat at Tobruk with my granddad. And so I've got a few interesting things here we can do for the end of Remembrance Day tomorrow night, guys. And
all right, so we're taken out. The song's called Give Us Back Our Country, and it's by Jimmy. So, Franco, if you'd like to have some final words, and Dave, if you'd like to wrap up and close the show, I shall hit play.
Well, tomorrow is a day where we stand with purpose. It's a day where we put our footprint. It's a day we actually climb ourselves out of our own trenches, right? It's also, I want our Indigenous brothers and sisters, all our local, I want Redfern, I want everyone to come down to come and greet and meet us tomorrow. Now, the other thing is Simon Duffy, the CEO of the Botanical Gardens, right? Well, you have your, fiduciary obligation. Now, obviously, people want to share their grievances with their governor. They've got every right to do so. Now, I'm actually asking you this evening, right now, right, that common sense must prevail. Okay? So I'm just letting you know that something's got to be done one way or the other. We haven't heard or had your response yet. We've sent you papers. We've signed numerous papers right now. And it all goes on deaf ears. I spoke to the constable this afternoon, and he actually said that he's nothing more than the go-between. Well, hang on a minute. Don't the people pay for all those trustees to actually mow those lawns and keep those gardens up to scratch? I even said it out the other day, Simon Duffy, that if the Australian public weren't paying for your gardens, then Margaret should be putting her own fucking gumboots out there mowing her own lawn. So common sense must prevail tomorrow. And every Australian needs to stand up tomorrow. We want to see you.
Yeah, well, we got probably 2 more days of Facebook left, guys. And I think it's gone. We can't upload any more shows. We're usually a week in front, but it's not letting us do it. So listen, the war's on, guys. And it is time to make a stand, okay? So let's go and remember our forefathers wherever you are. All right, turn up. All right, be there tomorrow at 11 a.m. for your town or your country or, whatever. All right, but you need to be there, guys. All right, and as we say, this is the start. All right, as from tomorrow, we got to wind this thing down, guys. You all got your cash out the bank, have you? Is everyone, knocking the money out so you can just rely on cash? Because we got to do it, guys. All right, you need to make a commitment. Otherwise, they've already made a commitment for you, and that is a 15-minute city and an electronic prison, guys. That's exactly what they've got for you. So if you've got something different that you'd like, now's the time to come and grab it. See you tomorrow all around the country, guys, lest we forget.
Yeah, man.
He stood with a smile, but his words were a disguise. Our prime minister, a puppet, a master of lies. Signed away the heartland, sold out overseas. Australia's soul shackled down on its knees. Give us back our country, let the people stand. This is our home, our blood, our land. Diggers didn't fight for a flag to fall. We Australia will rise through it all. Overseas migrants with their greedy hands, buying up houses, tearing through lands. The working man's voice is drowned in the noise of money and power, of stolen choice. Give us back our country, let the people stand. This is our home, our blood, our land. Diggers didn't fight for a flag to fall. We Australia will rise through it all. Stop the spin, the lies, the game. Stop dividing in our name. Truth is stronger, hearts won't bend. This is our fight, we'll defend. Time to reclaim what's been stripped away. United we stand, together we say, no more oppression, no more deceit. The spirit of freedom can't accept defeat. Give us back our country, let the people stand. This is our home, our blood, our land. Diggers didn't fight for a flag to fall. We Australia will rise through it all. Let the voices rise, let the people be heard. Stand up for justice, spread the word. Resilience of spirit, it echoes through time. In unity we rise, in rebellion we shine. Give us back our country, let the people stand. This is our home, our blood, our land. Diggers didn't fight for a flag to fall.